In the world of gaming, PlayStations are simply everything. Better sound, display, and overall gaming experience. And the PlayStation VR2 is about to raise the bar. So let's discuss the PlayStation VR2, which is more expensive than the PlayStation 5. The PlayStation VR2 is easy to compare to the price of the first PlayStation VR headset, which came out in 2016 for the PlayStation 4. The first PlayStation VR bundle costs $500 and came with everything a gamer needed to have a good virtual reality experience. These included 2 Move controllers, a camera sensor, and a set of built-in speakers. Also, when you bought the headset, it came with a full version of the PlayStation VR World game and demos of other games. This was done so that players would have something to do while they waited for more virtual reality games to be added to the system. At that time, the price didn't seem to be too high. Compared with other virtual reality headsets on the market at the time, the base headset only costs $400, and the whole kit was a good deal overall. At $550, the price of the PlayStation VR2 headset doesn't seem like such a good deal when you consider that Sony raised the price of the PlayStation 5 in multiple different countries. For instance, Sony raised the price of the PlayStation 5 at the start of this year. However, because Sony has made some concessions, the price of this virtual reality device is less appealing than the price of any of its earlier attempts in virtual reality. There are some good reasons for Sony to charge a high price for its well-designed headset, but the company has also made some other concessions that make the price of this virtual reality device more expensive. The PlayStation VR2 costs more than its predecessor and comes with fewer accessories. As a result, the whole experience is even more fragmented with this new model. When you buy a PlayStation VR2 for $550, it comes with the main headgear, 2 Sense controllers, and a pair of headphones with generic stereo sound. In the near future, players will also be able to buy a docking station for their Sense controllers. However, this add-on may cost an extra $50. For the Horizon Call the Mountain bundle, players who want to buy a game that can be played on their headset will have to pay an extra $50, even if the player already owns a PS5. With this, they will still have to pay $650 for a fully equipped PS VR2 headset. The value of the PlayStation VR2 is less than that of the first PlayStation VR. This is because the PlayStation 5 consoles are yet to be widely available, as their prices are still rising in places other than the US. So, is the VR2 worth it? This does not in any way imply that the pricing of the PlayStation VR2 is unreasonable in any manner. Fans will have to decide if any of the new features are useful enough to make up for the extra cost compared to what is already on the market. There are a lot of fantastic technologies that Sony has packed into this device, which is presumably why the cost has increased. The PlayStation VR2 comes equipped with not just 1, but 2 gorgeous OLED panels. The resolution of each display is 2000 by 2040 pixels, and the refresh ranges from 90 to 120 Hz. When you utilize virtual reality, the fact that the helmet has a broad field of vision of 110 degrees also contributes significantly to how immersed you feel in the experience. On the other hand, unlike some other virtual reality headsets, the PS VR2 has a cord, even though many of the other devices has done away with cables completely. When the features are considered, it seems likely that Sony is offering this headset at a price lower than what it's worth. When compared to other VR headsets on the market, the PlayStation VR2 falls somewhere in the middle in terms of pricing and features. The Meta Quest 2 VR headset has just had its price increased, although it is now available for only $400. The field of vision is 100 degrees, and the device has a resolution of 1832 by 1920 for each eye. The fact that it has 2 LCD screens that both run on 90 Hz is by far its biggest flaw. The HTC Vive Pro 2 is a high-end virtual reality headset that features a resolution of 2448 by 2448 for each eye on 2 AMO LED displays that operate at a frequency of 120 Hz and with a field of view that spans 120 degrees. To get both the Vive and the Valve Index, you will have to spend close to $800. In terms of popularity, the Valve Index isn't far behind the Vive. This higher price level improves the VR experience in ways that the PlayStation VR2 can't, which is why it's worth the extra money. The PlayStation VR2 is in the middle, between the kit for beginners and the kit for experts. Even though it costs more than a regular PlayStation 5, the headset will be a success if the company keeps pulling out new content and it receives regular support. Fans will have to decide for themselves if the PlayStation VR2 pros and cons are enough to make them want to buy it. The PlayStation VR2 Sense technology incorporates key elements that make it possible for players to have a one-of-a-kind gaming experience. In addition to inputs from the headset itself, eye tracking and three-dimensional audio are also included in some of these functions. The triggers on the PlayStation VR2 Sense controllers may be adjusted, and the controllers themselves provide haptic feedback. They will fascinate players' senses when paired with games that are compatible with them, and they will give an extraordinarily profound feeling of immersion. Some of the sensors and cameras built into the headset are on a 3-axis accelerometer, a 3-axis gyroscope, and a proximity sensor. There are some infrared cameras that track the user's eyes, and 4 other lenses that track the user's headset and controller. It also includes a stereo headphone jack, a built-in microphone, and vibration technology. It connects to the console, which has an SSD, with the help of a USB-C cable and Bluetooth 5.1. Compared to the previous version of this headset, it has been changed to be smaller and lighter. The pass-through cameras on the headset function like the cameras on the Quest 2 and other VR devices, allowing you to see the real world when wearing the device. The headset will also mesh your actual location by scanning the walls, floors, and obstructions like chairs and desks to gain a distinct feeling of the area in which you are playing. It is also possible for it to define a border inside which you can play. The part about meshing is extremely fascinating, especially considering that this is something that augmented reality headsets and mixed reality headsets do. The PlayStation VR2 may, in theory, potentially feature some mixed reality experiences like the Quest 2, even though Sony has not officially disclosed anything on that front yet. So when can you get your hands on a VR2? Sony has officially confirmed that the PlayStation VR2 headset will be on the market by February 22nd, 2023. The Sense controller charging station is also set to come out on the same day as the VR headgear, according to the Japanese video game industry. After a year of rumours, speculation, and sneak peeks at the gear, this is finally happening. Starting November 15th, you will be able to pre-order the PlayStation VR2, and that is when you can make the purchase. At first, only people in the United States of America, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg will be able to place orders through the official PlayStation website. And in other markets, PlayStation VR2 will be sold at participating retailers, with pre-orders beginning again on November 15th. Information will be provided through participating local retailers in these regions. Also, over the next year, a number of new games and ports will be made available that can be used with the headset. Horizon Call of the Mountain will be one of these to choose from when the product first comes out, and in the future, Resident Evil 4 and No Man's Sky will be made into virtual reality games. At launch, more than 20 titles will likely be available to buy on their own. And that's it. So thank you very much for watching. What do you think of the PlayStation VR2 headset? Would you get one when it's finally released? Let us know in the comments section below. And as always, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to get more updates like this one. And as always, thank you very much for watching.